Good morning, guys. Welcome to day 5, a short sunrise Bible study for Recovery Ministry. Today I'm reading from Job 1 1 through 22. All right. In the land of Uz, there lived a man whose name was Job. This man was blameless and upright. He feared God and shunned evil. He had 7 sons, 3 daughters. He owned 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, and 500 donkeys, and had a large number of servants. He was the greatest man among all the people of the East. His sons used to hold feasts in their homes on their birthdays, and they would invite their sisters to eat and drink with them. When a period of feasting had run its course, Job would make arrangements for them to be purified. Early in the morning, he would sacrifice a burnt offering for each of them, thinking, "Perhaps my children have sinned and cursed God in their hearts." This was Job's regular custom. One day the angels came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came with them. The Lord said to Satan, "Where have you come from?" Satan answered the Lord, "From roaming throughout the earth, going back and forth on it." Then the Lord said to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one on earth like him. He is blameless and upright, a man who fears God and shuns evil." "Does Job fear God for nothing?" Satan replied. "Have you not put a hedge around him and his household and everything he has? You have blessed the work of his hands so that his flocks and herds are spread throughout the land. But now stretch out your hand and strike everything he has, and he will surely curse you to your face." The Lord said to Satan, "Very well then, everything he has in your power, everything he has is in your power, but on the man himself do not lay a finger." Then Satan went out from the presence of the Lord. From the presence of the Lord. One day, when Job's sons and daughters were feasting and drinking wine at the oldest brother's house, a messenger came to Job and said, "The oxen were plowing and the donkeys were grazing nearby, and the Sabeans attacked and made off with them. They put the servants to the sword, and I am the only one who has escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, another messenger came and said, "The fire of God fell from the heavens and burned up the sheep and the servants, and I am the only one who has escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, another messenger came and said, "The Chaldeans formed their 3 raiding parties and swept down on your camels and made off with them. They put the servants to the sword, and I'm the only one who has escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, yet another messenger came and said, "Your sons and daughters were feasting and drinking wine at the oldest brother's house, when suddenly a mighty wind swept in from the desert and struck the 4 corners of the house. It collapsed on them, and they are dead, and I am the only one who has escaped to tell you." At this, Job got up and tore his robe, shaved his head. Then he fell to the ground in worship and said, "Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I will depart. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised." In all this, Job did not sin by charging God with wrongdoing. Let's start these notes where right there. Satan does not have unrestricted power. God had placed a protective hedge around not only Job, but his family and his possessions, so that Satan could not touch them without God's permission. God's children can take comfort in the truth that no harm can come to them that God does not permit. 3 times the text says these events happened while he was still speaking, meaning they happened one right after another. As one messenger was leaving, the next one was bringing more bad news, completely immersing Job in tragedy. This godly man became a grieving man who still worshipped while he mourned. To affirm God's goodness in the midst of desolation is as much of an act of worship as it is a sign of integrity. Job did not let anything that happened make a sinner out of him. He did not turn to evil when evil came upon him. So yeah, those times are the most important. When myself, those are the tests that I fail when times get hard. when God takes away what he has blessed me with, he starts taking away, or he starts allowing to be took away, um, maybe as a test of faith. There is a reason, is some kind of lesson to be learned, um, but I instantly get mad and go back to my old self, my old ways, and I blame God, and I get mad, and I want to know why am I losing everything when I worked so hard to get here, to get this, but yet I don't have what I have because of how hard I work. Because if that's the case, I should have a lot more. It doesn't go by how hard you work. It goes by how hard or how much you praise God, how close you are to God. God gives you what you need. You don't get it from working. You know, money money can't buy everything. And even if you have money, when you buy it, you can still lose it. God can still take it away. So if we don't praise God for what we have, if we're boasting ourselves, saying that, oh, our work got us this far, our work got us this and that, then we're gonna lose it, because we didn't. God gave us that. God gave us the opportunity to have a job. God gave us the opportunity to make money. God gave us the opportunity to buy what we wanted or needed. And God can at any second take it away. But we can't blame him as in anger and resentment, because there's a reason he's doing it. Either we are straying away, either we're getting weak in faith, or either we're starting to be arrogant and boastful. So whenever hard times come, we have to stop and search ourselves and see, what are we doing wrong? Where are we falling short of God's glory? Where are we falling short in our service to God and our love of God? Because most likely we're going to see that we are to blame. Somewhere we're not doing what we're supposed to do, or what God needs us to do. Anyway, so I hope y'all got something from this message today. I hope it reaches somebody that needs to, and hopefully the point is just clear as can be. All right, guys, y'all have a great day, and God bless.